Welcome to this comprehensive guide on conquering distractions and mastering the art of focus. In our hyper-connected world, countless notifications, social media feeds, and endless responsibilities clamor for our attention every second. It can feel impossible to work on a single task without being derailed by a phone buzz or the sudden urge to check an incoming email. Yet, focus remains one of the most valuable skills we can develop, both in our professional pursuits and personal endeavors. Imagine how much more you could accomplish if you could stay fully engaged in whatever you're doing. Picture sitting down to a project and completing it in half the usual time, simply by filtering out everything else. Or visualizing how it might feel to savor the present moment, truly listening in a conversation, truly reading a book, truly working on a creative masterpiece, without letting your mind wander. That's the power of genuine, sustained focus. And the good news is that focus isn't an innate talent. It's a skill that can be built step by step, habit by habit, day by day. In this discussion, we'll explore why distractions happen, how to reduce them, and how to establish systems that make it easier to concentrate for longer stretches of time. We'll also go over mental exercises to sharpen your mind, environment tweaks to minimize interruptions, and time management strategies that set clear goals. Throughout, the emphasis is on practical tips and real-world examples, so you can immediately apply these methods to your own situation. Whether you're a student facing looming deadlines, a remote worker juggling multiple responsibilities, or simply someone craving more peace in a busy schedule, the strategies we discuss will help you reclaim control of your attention. Let's begin by examining why we're so prone to distraction in the first place. To overcome distractions, it helps to understand what they are and why they grip us so easily. Essentially, a distraction is anything that pulls us away from our intended task or goal. Distractions can come from external sources, like a phone alert or a knock on the door, or from internal factors, such as mental fatigue, stress, or intrusive thoughts. The human brain is wired to respond to novelty and immediate rewards, which historically made sense. Early humans had to stay alert to changes in the environment to survive. Today, however, we face a barrage of stimuli, from social media notifications to constant emails, that exploit this built-in novelty bias. Apps and platforms are designed to deliver quick hits of dopamine whenever we see something new, whether that's a message, a comment, or a like. Over time, our brains learn to crave these small bursts of pleasure, reinforcing a cycle of distraction. Additionally, the brain is not good at multitasking. While it might feel like we can juggle tasks, what we're actually doing is rapid task switching, which depletes our mental energy. Each time we switch, we pay a cognitive cost that lowers efficiency and raises the likelihood of being distracted. Distractions come in two main categories: external and internal. External distractions include phone notifications, emails, background noises, and people interrupting us. A cluttered workspace or a chaotic environment also contributes to external distractions. Internal distractions arise from thoughts, emotions, or mental fatigue, stress, anxiety, daydreaming, or even excitement about future events. By identifying whether distractions are external or internal, we can tailor our strategies to address them. If the phone's constant buzzing is the problem, we might switch to Do Not Disturb mode. If internal worries keep pulling us away from work, mindfulness or journaling can help clear our minds. Before we tackle external factors, it's essential to prepare our minds for focus. Begin by setting intentions. Having a specific goal at the start of your day or work session acts like a guiding light for your attention. Write down top priorities, whether that's finishing a report or studying a certain chapter. The clarity of knowing your exact target makes it easier to steer your thoughts back to the task whenever they stray. Practicing mindfulness and meditation is another powerful way to train your mind. Just 5 minutes of daily mindfulness, focusing on your breath, noticing when your mind drifts, and gently returning to the present can significantly boost your awareness of when you're getting distracted. This skill translates to real-life situations. You quickly notice your thoughts wandering from your project, and you become better at redirecting them. Positive visualization can also help. Right before starting a demanding task, close your eyes and picture yourself fully absorbed in the work, free from distractions. Imagine the calm and satisfaction of completing it successfully. This mental rehearsal primes your brain to seek the focus you've envisioned. Next, consider your environment. A cluttered desk is a visual reminder of unfinished tasks, which can pull your focus away. Clear your workspace of anything that isn't essential. Organize papers, tools, and devices so they're not in your line of sight unless you need them. If noise disrupts your concentration, try noise-canceling headphones or background music without lyrics. In the digital realm, silence or disable non-essential notifications. Even a quick glance at an email pop-up or social media alert can derail your concentration. Keep only the relevant browser tabs open. Tools like website blockers are helpful for limiting your access to social media during work sessions. If you share space with others, communicate that you need periods of uninterrupted time. A simple focus session sign or letting people know your schedule can reduce random interruptions. Good time management goes hand in hand with sustained focus. One helpful approach is time blocking. Divide your day into segments, assigning each block to a specific task or category of tasks. When a time block begins, you know exactly what to work on, eliminating the mental effort of deciding what to do next. The Pomodoro technique is another popular method. Work intensely for a set interval, often 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 rounds, you take a longer break, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. These short bursts of deep focus keep your mind engaged, while the breaks allow you to recharge. The 2-minute rule states that if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it right away instead of putting it off. This prevents tiny tasks from piling up and becoming bigger mental burdens later. Task batching is also effective. Group similar tasks like checking emails or making phone calls so you're not context switching frequently. Even with the perfect workspace and schedule, internal distractions such as stress, anxiety, or random thoughts can creep in. Emotional regulation is key. If worries keep popping into your mind, write them down on a sticky note or in a separate journal, promising yourself you'll revisit them after you finish your current task. This tactic reassures your brain that the problem isn't ignored, it's simply deferred. Self-compassion helps prevent a negative loop when you do get distracted. Instead of criticizing yourself, remind yourself that drifting attention is normal and gently bring your focus back. Micro breaks can also counter internal restlessness. Standing up, stretching, or taking a few deep breaths every hour can rejuvenate your mind. Briefly focusing on a single object, observing its texture, color, and shape, can train your attention to return to the present moment. Long-term habit building is where lasting change happens. Consistency often trumps intensity. Meditating for 5 minutes every day is often more beneficial than doing a single long session once a week. Scheduling just 2 to 3 hours of deep work daily can be more sustainable than attempting 8 hours straight. Accountability systems like tracking your daily focus score or checking in with a friend can encourage you to stick with these new habits. Celebrate small wins, like completing a Pomodoro without glancing at your phone or finishing a short to-do list in record time. Be realistic about limitations. Some days, distractions will be unavoidable due to personal emergencies or just feeling off. Instead of berating yourself, adapt your plan. Focus on the most important task and give yourself credit for what you do accomplish, however small it may be. Common mistakes include trying to multitask, skipping breaks, failing to set clear goals, and not revisiting your strategy. Attempting to handle everything simultaneously almost guarantees lowered quality of work and increased stress. Taking breaks might seem like lost time, but they're essential for maintaining mental stamina. Without clear objectives, distractions become more appealing. And remember that your methods should evolve as your circumstances change. Stay flexible. Looking at some brief examples, Sarah, a freelance writer, improved her output by blocking social media on her computer during morning work hours. Marcus, a busy college student, turned his fragmented study sessions into organized 25-minute Pomodoros with short breaks, boosting his grades and lowering stress. Yvonne, an office manager, started using a do not disturb sign and office hours for staff, successfully cutting down on ad hoc interruptions in a busy open-plan office. Bringing all these strategies together, we can sum it up as follows. First, Understand your specific distractions, whether they're external or internal. Next, prepare your mind by setting intentions, practicing mindfulness, and visualizing success. Shape your environment by decluttering, reducing noise, and blocking irrelevant digital notifications. Then, manage your time effectively through methods like time blocking, Pomodoro intervals, and task batching. Address emotional obstacles by acknowledging stress, using self-compassion, and inserting short movement breaks. Finally, build strong habits by focusing on consistency, celebrating small wins, and adjusting your approach when necessary. Focus isn't a magic trait that only certain people have. It's a skill everyone can cultivate with patience, self-awareness, and the right tools. Think of each distraction that crops up not as a failure, but as another chance to practice bringing your attention back. Over time, this repetition strengthens your ability to stay locked in on your priorities. Whether it's completing a crucial work assignment or simply enjoying a favorite hobby without your mind wandering. At its core, focus reflects how much you value your current activity and your own goals. By choosing to ignore disruptions and immerse yourself in the moment, you're investing in your growth, your creativity, and your overall well-being. Although modern life is filled with temptations and demands, we all have the power to reclaim our attention. With the strategies we've covered, like mindfulness, time management, habit building, and environmental optimization, you can gradually shape your days to include more focus and less distraction. If you get sidetracked by an unexpected phone call or a wave of random thoughts, don't worry. Take a breath, realign your intentions, and dive back in. You'll find that as you practice day by day, your capacity for deep, meaningful concentration expands. And that expansion unlocks new levels of productivity, achievement, and fulfillment across all areas of your life. Thank you for listening to this guide on focus strategies for overcoming distractions. Apply what resonates with you, adjust as needed, and watch your ability to concentrate flourish over time. Here's to embracing a more focused, intentional way of working and living, one mindful moment at a time.